Hello everyone, I go by the name Bernie Question on YouTube. What we were looking at is my Moto360 stainless steel band and bezel. I've had this watch for the last about a month, or actually about three weeks to a month, and I think I've used it long enough to go over it. I had to get the band extended, and these little pins you gotta drive out and add links to it. Well, the watch comes with 4 links, and my wrists are pretty big, and 4 links wasn't enough. I had to buy a second band to get 4 more links. Needless to say, I wasn't too happy about that. But the band is a very nice band. It's a very unique mechanism that you're starting to see smartwatches go to that have a metal band. I didn't do an unboxing of it because there's unboxings of this watch everywhere. So I figured there was no point in it. One of the complaints is at the bottom they have what's called a flat tire effect. It's really visible when you use one of the white faces, like this one. You can see the equipment bay at the bottom. Doesn't really bother me too much, but if you use a watch face like this one I downloaded, has the weather at the bottom, it actually, the cutoff makes it look like it's made like that. That's one way to get past that if you're really bothered by what they call the flat tire effect. It didn't really matter to me too much. But we're going to put it on here. And now we have it on my wrist. So now we are going to I used the default one because it was a little more quicker to acquire a signal, and I wasn't as prone to have to readjust the band too much. The other fitness tracker, I had to keep readjusting the band, or readjusting it where it was on my wrist for it to actually get my heart rate. It's keeping track of my steps pretty good. It uses pedometer, and I'm guessing it knows you're walking by your arm swing. I imagine the sensor is looking to see if your heart rate's going up. So I figure there's like 5 or 10 steps it's missing, or it's adding before it realizes, okay, he's in the car. But if you're trying to get accurate step count, there's no such thing as a dead nuts comparison. But overall, I had a Sony SW2, which stood for Smartwatch 2, and people were more prone to notice it because it was square and it had the home buttons along the bottom, or had a home, back, and menu. And people are more prone to ask about this. No one's really asked anything because it looks pretty similar to a stock watch except for the ambient mode. Except for when you light it up, it looks like a watch. But no one's really asked me about it. One thing people said that if you have a Samsung phone, which I do, which after today is going to be replaced. But anyway, I have a Note 3. They said that a lot of the functionality with the watch and the phone didn't work. I haven't had too much trouble. All the notifications just came through the best I wanted. I can't read messages from the watch. I don't know if it's the limitation because it's a Samsung or if it's a limitation because it's a round screen. But anyway, moving on. Battery life. First day I got it, it barely made it 6 hours because it's a new toy. I left the settings default and it didn't make it 6 hours. So when I got home, I went through the settings, changed it so it would last a little longer. And I'm getting, on average, about 15 hours out of a charge on it. There's notification. And say I can comment back. Tap on it, you get the whole thing. But you can see it's pretty fluid how it works. If you want to call it back, it's going to dismiss it actually. Oh, you're not going to give me anything back. All right, anyway. It works pretty fluid. I was amazed of how heavy it was the first couple days I wore it. I gotten used to it. But again, I haven't wore a watch for so long. I forgot what it was like to have a watch on. But I really think this is a nice premium watch. I hope that when Motorola inevitably releases the second iteration of this watch, that they still push software updates out for this, or Google I should say, because it really looks like a watch that'll stand the test of time. I mean, obviously 2 years is going to be a max life cycle for the battery. Will not last as long, or you'll end up scratching or breaking it. But you figure in 2 years you're going to be tired of it anyway, and it'll still work for the most part. Don't know what kind of resale market there will be in 2 years, but we'll see. The Apple Watch will kind of bring that out to the foreground. But to keep this video from being stupidly long, with you just facing my desk and the watch, I'm going to end this here. Hopefully the audio sounds good. And this will get uploaded. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And remember, everybody, stay pony.